Hi, my name is Angela Mills, and my interdisciplinary project is a creative workshop designed for stress relief and stress management. The topic of mental health is important to me because I have a family history of mental illness and depression. And as an artist, I would like to bring the tools of creativity into more of the mainstream because it is proven to be beneficial to our well-being and mental health. From a psychological standpoint, it's very interesting because we have actual physical evidence that art and the creative engagement in art is very beneficial to our mental well-being. My audience analysis has demonstrated and within my community that there is a need for creative outlets for um, this time of our social isolation and this unprecedented pandemic that we've been thrown into. So, the creative workshop that I am proposing is going to be held within a community of a proposed RV resort. So it's going to have RV sites and cabins, and the location is in Wimberley, Texas, which is within the Hayes County community. So my primary audience is the guests and clients of our RV resort, and then the secondary audience is the general public in the area of Hayes County. So from my analysis, there is definitely so the format of the workshop would be a bi-monthly event that lasts about an hour and a half every other Saturday at the resort. All materials and supplies will be provided by me and by our event budget from the RV resort. There's basically going to be minimal instruction, but I will be giving tips and tricks for whatever material the participant wants to engage with or experiment with. It's basically just to come and have fun and let go of any anxieties or daily stresses that one may have. So for my three minors, I integrated art, art history, and psychology. The art history concept that I would like to bring into this workshop is called l'art pour l'art, which is a French term, and I have no idea if I actually said that right, but it basically means art for art's sake. So it was a social rejection of the concept of like high art society. Only people from the top academies of art in Europe were allowed to create art. It was basically a pushback against that, and people just wanted to make art because it was fun and there was no political or social pushback because it was just people wanting to create art. And I think that that is really important because I think in our society we have this concept of an artist versus somebody who can only draw stick figures, and that is not what my proposed project is about. It is strictly for having fun and creating art and reducing your stress. So within psychology, there is a field that is relatively very new but very interesting. It's called neuroaesthetics. And so it's the study of the neural correlations within the brain in relation to the experience of beauty and the cognitive processing of art. So a lot of studies suggest that aesthetic, pleasing or non-pleasing, can promote feelings of well-being, which is really interesting to me because it's like they could either have a good experience or a bad experience, but it still produces the same feedback in the brain. And then basic art studio drawing, my minor, is one of the simplest and oldest forms of human expression. Drawing goes back to, we have cave paintings that are over 60,000 years old. And I think that is amazing. And humans have been drawing and will be drawing for the rest of our history. So that is the way that I interpreted and incorporated my minors. In the future, I think that the study of wellness and art is going to be a blossoming field. I do think that one transferable skill that I learned within this project is interpersonal skills, because this workshop is aimed at people who have maybe some internalized issues, mental issues, stress. I really want to get around people who can benefit the most from this style of workshop. So um, it's an emotional outlet, and it has been for me, especially through this pandemic. I've found myself being very down and not myself throughout this last year and a half. And I think that a lot of people will benefit from this. And being a facilitator of it, I think will give me a lot of life experience. So, yes, that is my project. And I would like to thank my boyfriend, who is actually the owner and founder of Horseshoe Ridge RV Resort. He will be letting me conduct, hopefully, this workshop within the next year or so, because I do fully intend to at least try to get this workshop off the ground, because I think it would be extremely beneficial to my community. And I'd like to thank Autumn, who is the awesome professor of the General Studies program. So, yeah, thank you.